Humans, the most intelligent species on Earth, have created a number of inventions over the years to either save us from epidemics or make our lives easier. But there is a natural phenomenon that still causes us an extraordinary amount of death and destruction, and we still haven't found a near perfect way to stand against this force. Hello, Internet and Mr. VanZant. I'm Sayansh with Giulio, and today we will be discussing how to prevent immense death and destruction from an earthquake. Firstly, to simulate this, we need to pick a location to determine what needs to be protected and what is in danger. Without disclosing our addresses, we will be picking a city well known and close to us, Brampton. Giulio, why don't you go explain where the simulated fault is and how it will affect the infrastructure around it?
Of course, the simulated fault line we are looking at in Brampton is the VanZant fault. The fault is a hidden thrust fault that cannot be seen on the surface, making it very unpredictable when the earthquake would happen. Another thing about the fault is that it has been inactive for years, building up pressure and releasing an immense force, causing a catastrophic earthquake. Though we have simulated this fault line, Brampton never knew about it, which means the city has never done anything to prevent death and destruction. They haven't made infrastructure, buildings, and houses quake-proof, resulting things like leveled highways, like the 410, will most likely collapse because of a lack of support structure for it. Because it is mostly concrete and rebar, the highway will most likely break and collapse like a pancake. Buildings with a wooden or steel framing will most likely survive the earthquake because they are more flexible, but they aren't engineered to be quake-proof. Things like furniture and other loose things within these buildings will most likely cause damage to things or people in the building.
Now that we have the basic structure of the scenario, let's get into the individual safety so we can minimize casualties. To maximize your safety in your house, check to make sure any large shelves or large appliances are fixed to the wall so they don't fall over during an earthquake. Fix your TV to the ground so it doesn't fall and break, causing any shards to ever hit someone. Add safeties to cabinets and drawers so they can't spill out the contents. Make sure everyone in the house knows how to turn off the water, electricity, and gas. Check to see if the water heaters are attached to the walls so they don't fall over and start fires. Secure anything hanging from the ceiling, like a chandelier, so it can't fall and hurt anyone during the quake. Keep flammable and chemicals away and secure so they don't spill. Create an emergency kit in case you're stuck in your household. Make sure everyone in the house knows where it is located. Put water, canned food, can opener, flashlight, first aid items, pocket batteries, extra keys into your car and house, and some extra cash into your emergency kit.
After taking those precautions, now everyone should be aware how to survive during an earthquake. If you are in your house and you feel a violent shaking, make sure you stay away from the windows in case the windows shatter. Turn off the water, electricity, and gas so there are no gas or water leaks. Stay away from things that may fall and break into sharp pieces like glass or ceramics. If you are in bed, stay where you are. If you have loose furniture or decor around you, then you would want to move somewhere safer. If you are in a car, drive into an open area and away from buildings, trees, and overpasses.
After the earthquake stops, listen to the radio or television for any information from authorities and follow their instructions. Only make calls if require emergency services or in need of assistance. Wear very sturdy shoes and protective clothing to help prevent injury from debris, especially broken glass. Check your home for hazards. If you suspect your home is unsafe, do not re-enter. If you have to leave your home, take your emergency kit and other essentials with you. Do not waste food or water. Do not light matches or turn on light switches until you are sure that there are no gas leaks or flammable liquid spilled. Use a flashlight to check utilities and do not shut them off unless damaged. Leaking gas will smell. Place a help sign in your window if you need any further assistance from your neighbors or from anybody passing by. As we covered an individual safety, now let's look at the city's safety as a whole. Before an earthquake, the City of Brampton can hold meetings and announcements at a central government building so it's equally accessible like the Bramley Civic Center. This will inform and educate others about safety procedures during a quake. There can be brochures handed out. The city can also have shows on TV or radio to teach the family as well. We can make sure that everyone is aware of a catastrophic earthquake through Amber Alerts. These alerts happen across the city to ensure people reach home and don't stay stuck on the roads. After the quake, help is definitely needed from the city and other third parties. The Army is a good resource for the destructive aftermath as they have many recruits. Third parties like NGOs are also very crucial as they are willing to help with the civilian safety. Some NGOs that are really awesome are Red Cross Canada, Doctors Without Borders, Direct Relief International, and many more.
Earthquakes also destroy many vital buildings, industries, and services, which makes surviving much harder than it should be. The electrical transformers, like the Brampton Transformer Station, will get destroyed, cutting out most of the electrical and heating appliances. Lots of factories will turn into rubble, leading to lots of sewage and waste pollution. To make sure everybody can be safe after an earthquake, the city can reinforce or quake-proof hospitals to ensure they don't get destroyed during an earthquake. The city can make campsites for people who may have lost their homes during the quake. They can also build makeshift hospitals if the hospitals get destroyed or get filled up. Helicopters can also fly in to take people out of the destruction zone and into areas with medical center and a shelter.
Adding on to Giulio, a crucial part in a city's destruction is the infrastructure. Because there are many roads, level highways will be destroyed, causing many accidents and traffic. To combat this, we will need to create off-road detours for an emergency escape. The traffic will be controlled using the army and the police. Railway tracks are also very prone to getting destroyed, so people on GO trains need to leave and go out in an open area. In theory, providing the City of Brampton with intel about city infrastructure, architecture, safety procedures, and help from other parties can make the city quake-proof and should minimize death and destruction in almost every household. But sometimes people get unlucky with unfortunate events causing death, but we cannot do anything about it because death happens across the globe regularly. But it is a good thing to help the people in a whole and to have a maximum safety. Leaving on that note, we thank you for listening to our audio infographic. Stay safe and have a good day.